Sok szeretettel köszöntök mindenkit, ez a mobil a magazin különkiadása, amely azért készült el, mert az LG elhagyta a mobil üzletágat hivatalosan is. Én reggel ezzel keltem, és rögtön ráírtam Ken Hongra, aki az LG globális kommunikációs igazgatója, hogy mi újság, és ő meg mondta, hogy ha akarok egy interjút, akkor csináljuk meg most, mert utána ő már megy haza, mert hát Koreában már este volt. Úgyhogy kissé kómás fejjel és kissé álmosan, de összehoztam vele egy Zoom meetinget, aminek ugye a rögzített felvételét most fogjátok látni tüstént. Szeretnék előre is elnézést kérni azért, mert nem voltam teljesen összeszedett ilyen nekem korai órában, de ennek ellenére Ken Hong nagyon sok információt megosztott arról, hogy miért alakult ez így, meg hogy mi vár az LG tulajdonosokra ezután, és hogy egyáltalán mik a terveik a kapcsolódó termékekkel is, mint amilyenek mondjuk a headsetek, vagy adott esetben a hordozható elektronikai kiegészítők. Úgyhogy ezekről fogunk beszélgetni Ken Honggal most.
I hear you too. How you doing?
Okay, hi, nice to see you. Ken, what happened?
Oh, what's happened is just business as usual. No, seriously, it's not anything that not anything that surprising. It should not be that surprising. Yeah.
Actually, it is a bit surprising because last time we spoke, you told me LG is never gonna give up the mobile business.
Well, never say never.
You just did. Okay.
So, our job is to communicate the situation at any given moment. Okay?
Yeah.
I would say up until about a month and a half ago, there was no intention of leaving the business. Okay?
And what happened? Yeah. What happened 1.5 months ago? What was the turning point?
We started to see our first quarter results. Okay? And it didn't look good. So, if the CEO promises to turn the business around by 2021, and the first quarter is looking not better than 2020, then you have some hard decisions to make. Is the remaining 3 quarters enough time to turn the business around? Well, actually, if you go back far enough, you will remember that the previous CEO, said he wanted to turn the business around at the beginning of 2021. Okay? So again, nobody remembers that. We get it. Nobody remembers exact timing of a promise that was made 2 or 3 years ago. But the fact of the matter is, if the first quarter of the new year looks bad, how much faith do you have in the rest of the year?
Yeah, I
Right?
understand, but this is a special year with the COVID situation.
And it should have gotten better. In other words, if you look at the electronics industry overall, every other consumer product is doing really well. Okay, our laptops, our audio systems, our TVs, appliances. Bob, we had record profitability last year, but mobile was not helping. So again, you gotta put 2 and 2 together here. What's dragging us down? Okay, it's not TVs, it's not laptops, it's not monitors. You got to look at the bigger picture. And the bigger picture is during COVID-19 or coronavirus pandemic, a lot of products were selling better than before. So then you have the additional factor to think about. Why is this lagging all the other products? We have some issues with mobile when it comes to whether it's marketing or the product, or we're not investing enough, whatever the reason, it's not following the trends of our other products. So that would be the answer.
Okay. So
when I say that we are not going to leave, we can only speak about the present time. We are not future fortune tellers. We cannot predict what management will decide down the road. We can only tell you what our situation is at any given moment. I never pretended to be a fortune teller. I never pretended to be on the board of directors. I am only telling you what is the reality at a period of time.
Okay, let's switch the subject. What will happen with the current LG phones? How the updates will come, how the repairing, the warranty. So what can you tell the current LG phone users of the near future?
Right. So to be honest with you, there'll be phones still up for sale over the next couple until inventory runs out. They're going to be great deals.
Because you have stock and you have to sell it.
Well, we don't have to sell it, but we think people will buy it because unlike a refrigerator and a TV, phones are pretty short term. You know, people buy phones for, 2-3 years. And so if for those people, they're going to get the required service, warranty, depending on whatever market they're in. I don't know how long that is in every country, but every country has specific guidelines. So yeah, we leave it up to the customer in country X to look into what coverage their current phones or the ones they may buy in the next 3 or 4 months, what coverage those will entail. So there's no question, they will come with support. Okay. Upgrades for software, a little bit more difficult. I don't know in every country because as you know, with Android updates, there's the language, carrier issue, the phone model issue. So not every phone model will get the upgrade, in every country. So again, there's so many different variables when it comes to Android upgrades. But again, those are things that our local offices, LG offices in every country, such as Hungary, they will be able to give you more details about. I don't have all the differences between every country, but rest assured, if you have an LG phone and it's fairly new, you will be able to get support for it.
Okay. Other question is, do you plan to leave the accessories market as well? I'm with the smart.
Sorry, the what market?
The accessories with the smart devices, the hearables, the wearables, the audio products.
We have not made a smartwatch in a few years. I believe it's been more than 3 years. Okay. The all audio, including tone, will be, well, actually, it's already under the home entertainment division. So the home entertainment division, which is normally responsible for speakers and TVs, naturally, they took over the wireless devices as well. So LG Tone earbuds, those will continue to be developed and promoted and marketed by our home entertainment division. But that was the case last year too. Last year, they were doing that already. This is not a new change. They have all the audio under their responsibility now. So really the only devices that are affected by today's announcement are smartphones.
Okay. And this is fine. Okay.
Feature phones.
Feature phones and smartphones as well. So both.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think I don't have many questions left because since it's already done and it's over, I don't know. So we can't do anything.
Let me tell you, the vast majority of people I spoke to from the media, from content creators, they have said that they understand. They understand that 6 years, is a long time to accept losses. Most companies would have given up long before 6 years. Okay. So nobody thinks we didn't try hard enough. Maybe we didn't try everything, but you know, people are gonna have differences in what strategy to take. Some people say, oh, we should have done more mid-tier. Others say we should have done more high tier. Whatever the strategy, we tried for 6 years to turn the business around. So nobody thinks that was not enough time. Okay.
I agree.
Some are saying, you know, too bad. Some are saying good riddance. Well, not many are saying good riddance. Most people are saying this is bad for the industry. But you know what? We gave it a good shot for 20 years. 20 years, we had a good run. Well, for 14 of those 20 years, we had a very positive run. And, you know, we have no regrets. So, for many years, we were the number one, phone maker with a keyboard. We were number 3 in the US up until, today's announcement. At one point for a few years, we were number 3 in the world for mobile devices, not smartphones, but mobile devices. So again, we had some successes, okay? And we are definitely, we learned from it. We learned from our years in the mobile industry, and we're gonna keep taking advantage of the learnings going forward. So, I saw something on Twitter like, Ken Hong lied. I'm like, no, this is not, the business is not to lie. The business is to tell what you know at that moment. Nobody thought, 2-3 months ago that this would be the ultimate decision. Mm-hmm. Okay. I can honestly say that from the bottom of my heart that nobody really thought it would come to this. We thought somebody would come and save us with a great grand plan. But at the end of the day, we are stronger because we're not going to be losing, $5 billion a year, or I'm sorry, we're not going to be losing money on a $5 billion a year business. Okay. 5 billion a year may seem like a lot, but it's, less than 10% of our revenue. So again, why you keep losing money on such a small business? So again, from a business standpoint, nobody is saying that it's the wrong decision. It's sad, but it's not wrong.
Okay, but on the other hand, there are other manufacturers like Sony. They still have losses on their mobile business, but they keeping the mobile business alive just to show their innovation in mobile phones, like sensors, camera, screen, and etc. Right. You can do the same.
Or we could, but I think it's a little bit different because their business is they have a big sensor business. They have a big optics business. And so I think for Sony to be able to demonstrate their components on their phones is a big PR strategy. I don't think we don't supply components to any company. Okay,
screens,
that's
batteries.
Not us. That's LG Display.
Okay, but
so LG Electronics does not provide components to any other phone company, and Sony does with sensors and optics and so forth. So I think they have another reason for wanting to stay in the business as a way to showcase their technology so that other companies will purchase their components. We don't have that kind of business. Our only business is to sell phones. And if nobody is buying phones, we're not selling our technology. We're not selling our cameras. We're not selling our sensors. So there's really no way to compare their business model to ours.
Okay. And do you learn something? Because in my point of view, you have to face with the Chinese competitions, which is very strong in mobile business. And you should learn something about the history of your mobile business and and project it to the TV, laptop, and household appliances, because the Chinese companies are going to conquer that market as well. So did you learn something how to avoid the Chinese competitions to eat up all the other business you have?
Right. Well, we're not blaming the Chinese for our situation.
Obviously,
okay.
Yeah.
we were in this situation long before the Chinese were, this influential. Okay. Now, it doesn't help that they're so strong, but again, we are not idiots. We have been in technology for many years. We know that certain things, in the beginning, they're very innovative, and later on, they just become commodities. People have really no brand loyalty outside of maybe two names. People are willing to change brands all the time in the smartphone space. All right. So I don't think we would be in any better position if the Chinese competitors suddenly disappear. We would still have very strong competition from, Americans and Korean filmmakers. And so I don't think there's a lot of finger pointing going on around here. We made mistakes, and, we will learn from those mistakes, but we also realize that technology there is a level where it's time to get out. We got out of plasma TVs, at some point. We decided, it wasn't worth it to stay in plasma TVs. We've gotten out of, businesses, in the past that were mature enough that other companies were doing a better job at a cheaper price. Mm-hmm. Okay. And so I think knowing when to get out is also part of being a good technology company. And, we've done a lot of things. I mean, like I said, we stopped making smartwatches, wearables years ago, because there wasn't a whole lot we could offer in that space that other companies could not. So if we don't think we can provide something really different, then maybe it's time to get out. I think we're pretty good at doing that.
Yeah. Okay, Ken. Thank you for your time and the opportunity that you can answer my all questions. I hope we will have the chance to make other interviews in the future, despite there is no mobile business anymore at LG. But we will find a reason to meet and have a lunch together, maybe in Barcelona.
I will be here.
Okay.
All right, Bob. Keep in touch.
Okay. Thanks, Ken. Bye.
All right. Take care.
No, ennyi lett volna a kis rövid beszélgetés, amit Septiben vettünk fel. Annak ellenére nem lett túlságosan hosszú, elég sok dologra kitértünk. Ken igazából minden kérdésemre tudott válaszolni. Nem tűnt egy nagyon zaklatott fickónak a téma kapcsán, tehát hogy igazából ők már valószínűleg erre számítottak. Minden esetre reméljük, hogy még lesz olyan terület vagy lehetőség, aminek a kapcsán Ken Honggal tudunk beszélgetni. Az LG mobilos üzletágának viszont hivatalosan is vége le van, ami azt jelenti, hogy a jövőben nem fognak érkezni LG okostelefonok a piacra, ami készleten van, azt kiárusítják, és valószínűleg jó ajánlatok lesznek, de egy ideig biztos, hogy nem fogunk látni új LG okostelefont. Ezt mi egy kicsit sajnáljuk, mert elég sok tapasztalatunk és elég sok jó élményünk volt az LG telefonokkal, nem is beszélve arról, hogy hát volt mindig apropója annak, hogy Ken Honggal leüljünk egy kicsit beszélgetni, és ez nekünk mindig egy különösen jó élmény volt, de hát ennek a korszaknak is vége lett. Igazából, hogyha a komplett nekrológot szeretnétek elolvasni arról, hogy mi volt az LG mobilos üzletága, honnan indult, milyen mérföldkő termékekkel rendelkezett, és mi vezetett ahhoz, hogy most be kellett zárni, akkor a videó leírásában találtok egy linket, ami a vonatkozó Mobil Arena cikkre irányít benneteket. Ha részletesen is kíváncsiak vagytok itt a dolgokra, akkor nyugodtan olvassátok el. Kommentelni nyilván itt is ér, meg a Mobil Arena fórumában is ér. Én minden esetre most megköszönöm a figyelmet. Csütörtökön a szokott időben lesz normál Mobil Arena magazin. Ennek az extra kiadásnak viszont itt vége. Sziasztok!